I had a dream this morning before I woke up that I wanted to share, and I offered to you for all due discernment. This morning, on the morning of Friday, October 19th, 2018, at 9:30 in the morning, I woke up from this dream. In the dream, I was looking at a large page that was suspended in the air. The page was about the size of a newspaper page, and I knew in this image it was a page from the Holy Bible, and it was the size of a newspaper page, suspended motionless in midair. And at the beginning of certain keywords, beginning words in several paragraphs, there was a name of a certain man that was enlarged from the rest of the type on the page. And the name of the man was written in a very old, like German Gothic type of print, and that was the name that was enlarged. But the rest of the text of each paragraph from this in this Bible was much smaller print, and I could not make out the print of the actual Bible verses, the paragraphs in it. But the name of the man was very clear, and it was repeated at the beginning of several passages in the Bible on this page. And there were about maybe I would say 12 to 15 different paragraphs on this page from the Bible. But interspersed in that page were what appeared to be old-fashioned type advertisements, very small old-fashioned advertisements you might see in a newspaper from, say, 100 years ago or more. Or it kind of reminded you of an old Sears catalog, very small, old-fashioned type advertisements. They're very small, interspersed in with the text of this Bible. And then there may be a dozen different small advertisement images in the on this page, interspersed with the Bible verses. And I marveled at that. And then in the next scene, I found myself at the front of a certain church, and it was a worship service about to start, and it was a full-size church. People were packed in there, and I did not see the other people, but I could hear them. I was in the front of the church near the altar area, and I had this sense of anticipation, excitement about the worship service. The worship service started, and the music was very appropriate and worshipful and anointed. And all of a sudden, and above the altar area, above the platform where the speakers would be, there was a large cloud that suddenly, instantly appeared. It's very large, and it consisted of very fine, brightly lit, appeared to be gold dust hovering in the sanctuary near the altar area. Very large, and it was all over the platform, up high, near the ceiling. And it started to spread, extend out towards the rest of the congregation slowly. And I was very excited about that. I wanted immediately to be in the center of that cloud of what appeared to be gold dust, because it seemed to be very clearly supernatural. I felt that it was the Shekinah, the glory cloud of Yehovah. Everyone also shared in that excitement and was fascinated by it. But I immediately, when I saw that cloud, I went forward made a straight line to get up on the platform where the altar was, and I wanted to be in the dead center of that cloud of the glory of God. And I went up there to where the dead center of the area, where the cloud was hovering, and I just worshiped the Lord, and it was awesome. It was so thick that I marveled that I did not have any trouble breathing, but it was very beautiful and very tangible, and I had a sense of peace about it. But we all marveled at this cloud that I saw there above the altar area of this church, a certain church. I had a very good sense that it was a very holy time in that church. The sanctuary was very anointed. The Shekinah presence of God was there in that church. It was an awesome experience. Then I found myself, I turned and went to the back of the platform at the altar area. And I went and picked up a flag that was standing upright in the back of the platform at the altar area of the church. And it was an Indiana state flag. And I knew that the Lord wanted me to pick up this Indiana state flag and take it down to the main floor of the sanctuary up front by the altar, and proceed to, the Lord wanted me to walk around the perimeter of the sanctuary holding this Indiana state flag upright, to slowly walk around this sanctuary carrying this Indiana state flag. And the Lord wanted me to do that 7 times. So I began to walk slowly, holding the flag upright, the state of Indiana, in a clockwise direction all around the sanctuary perimeter, and I did so 7 times. And I think I did not see them, but I think the congregation followed along behind me. But I had the sense that the church was full. They were very excited, and they appreciated this supernatural experience that the Lord was giving them. And that was the end of the dream. So I submit this dream for due discernment. And may the Holy Spirit show us whatever needs to be revealed from this dream.